My name is Michael Mastro. Today we're going to look at the Vedic Astrology chart for Britney Spears using sidereal zodiac, not Western tropical zodiac. So if you looked at the eastern horizon when she was born, you would see the constellation associated with Virgo rising at 9 degrees. 9 degrees becomes the most effective point. Any planets like Mercury, Jupiter, have a lot of power in the chart because of being close to that most effective point. First we want to look and see how those planets are operating and when they're operating during the time of events and what we could do to strengthen the chart. So first we look to see where the Multrikona signs fall, which are 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 11. So the first sign of Aries falls in the 8th house. So this person, wherever these Multrikona signs fall, they teach certain lessons in this lifetime that this person needs to learn about. So the 8th house has to do with transformations, windfalls, challenges, vulnerability. The 4th sign of Cancer is in the 11th house, and this person's learning about creating income, wealth, social connections, and fulfilling desires. The 5th sign of Leo is in the 12th house. This person's learning about spiritual growth, addictions, confinement, losses, expenses, depression. The 6th sign of Virgo is in the 1st house. This person ruled by Mercury, so this person is learning about fame and having a magnetic personality and being able to communicate well. The 7th sign of Libra is in the 2nd house, ruled by Venus. This person is learning about wealth, fame, and stability in marriage. The 9th sign of Sagittarius is in the 4th house. So this person is learning about happiness, family, property. And the 11th sign of Aquarius, ruled by Saturn, is in the 6th house of health and healing and conflicts and litigation. So if we look at how the planets are operating one by one, whenever you see a Multrikona sign in the 6th, 8th, or the 12th house, those positions can cause challenges. We call them functional malefics. And so Saturn is a functional malefic, Mars is a functional malefic, and Sun is a functional malefic, along with Rahu and Ketu. So it doesn't mean that they automatically cause harm, but they can cause harm. So Sun is placed in the 3rd house, so this person is learning about success, and it's ruling that 12th house. So there can be some depression, some addiction, some losses, some expenses, some confinement, and she was in treatment centers for her addictions. And then her conservatory caused confinement for a big part of her life. A conservatory is where, if people, judge deems that you're not able to make your own decisions, they appoint a lawyer or a family member to make decisions for you because of her mental issues. So Sun is afflicting Mercury, and that's causing also mental instability. Some issues with father very controlling, heading up that conservatory. Her moon is very strong. So moon is ruling the house of income. So it says that she can have income, and it's placed in the house of entertainment, and moon itself is public. So income through entertaining for the public. And then Mars is placed in the 12th house, ruling the 8th house. So this definitely gives depression, addictions, mental instability, um, and also a kind of self-destructive kind of energy. Um, but it can be, let's see, and then Mercury gives a charismatic personality, but also the mental instability. Unlike many performers, you're living in a fishbowl. Your life is not your own. Every action is being reported on by the media, so you have no personal life. And it can drive people crazy. Jupiter is close to the most effective point, and it's placed in the second house. And it is weak because its landlord, Venus, is weak. And so Jupiter itself is, ruling the house of happiness and home life and placed in that house where there's instability in the marriage. Um, but yeah, it gives her happiness through singing. Second house is throat, singing. And Jupiter can cause some moral issues, some legal issues. Definitely has those. She had a restraining order placed against her. Let's see here. Um, Now, uh, Sun being ruling that 12th house, there is some spiritual. She was raised a Baptist, and then she learned Kabbalah teachings, and so a lot of spirituality, so a lot of spiritual growth. Um, so Venus, again, we said was weak. It is ruling the house of wealth, placed in the house of entertainment. So it says that she can have wealth through entertainment, and Venus itself is beauty and entertainment. And I think there's a connection to beauty products as well. Saturn is at 25 degrees. It is ruling the house of health and placed in the um, first house. So that's the head. So there can be mental health issues. Rahu and Ketu, they're always trying to balance each other. Rahu giving desire for career, Ketu aversion to family life and happiness. So there's learning about the work-home life balance, and really her life is all about her career. And it creates a lot of stress in her family life. So let's look at the timing of events. She was in her first musical in a Mars-Venus period, Venus Entertainment. And then in '99, she got her first real big award, music award, during a Rahu Saturn period. Saturn brought fame, and Rahu, the career, fame to the career. And then she broke up with Justin Bieberlake during a Rahu K2 period. K2 again is causing loss to family. And she got a knee injury surgery during in 2004 during a Rahu Venus period. So Rahu is in the house that affects the knees, and then um, she got married in 2004 during a Rahu Venus period. Venus is about relationships. And then in 2006, she, through 8 really, she got divorced. She had a lot of mental issues, a lot of addictions, ended up in treatment centers. So a lot of, issues, but at the same time, her career, was going up and down. And more recently, in July 14th of 2021, she's been trying to fight her conservatory for over 10 years, but she finally got to speak to a judge, and the judge granted her the ability to have her own lawyer to fight this conservatory. And she got a lot of support from her fans, hashtag Free Britney. But these restrictions were, you had to take birth control, you couldn't get married, you had to take certain drugs, you had to eat a certain way, you very restrictive and abusive conservatory. So what can we do to strengthen this chart? So she's already doing a lot of charity work, which will help to transform Ketu, Rahu, Sun, Saturn, and Mars. So those can't be strengthened, but they can be transformed through chants and charities, probably the Kabbalistic teachings that she's learning about as well. And then the rest of the planets, Moon's already pretty strong, but could be stronger even. And then you want to strengthen Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, and that can be done with a kavash, which is a silver locket we sell on our website, vastucreations.com, that contains the Devata yantras. You could also wear a yellow sapphire, a green emerald, a diamond, a pearl. But the easiest way is the kavash. It's a protective shield, a locket containing these Devata yantras. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this. If you're interested in getting a reading, you can go to services under vastucreations.com. Or if you would like to learn transformation of Vedic astrology, you can go to American Institute of Vastu.com.